Okay, I'm shooting this video. This is a Mercedes Sprinter 208 CDI. I've had problems with hard starting warm, hot, when the engine is hot. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing a leak off test. So I said I'd make this video for anyone that has problems with a Mercedes Sprinter that is doing hard starting when it's warm. So this is what you need to do. I want to show you this what this video is all about. Hard starting, leak off test, and anything else that might go wrong. Okay, to take off the manifold cover, you're going to need an M8 socket. You're going to need a set of Allen keys and star keys. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so in the back here, you've got 4 M8 bolts. You take them out, and then you have an M6 and an M10 at the very back to take the back casing off. Okay, all the bolts are out. Lift out the manifold cover. You got another 2 bolts at the back. On this one, it's an M6 and an M10. Pull them out. Okay, so next you need 5mm Allen key. Take this cover off. Okay, so next we have here is the leak off return line. Okay, you just want to pull out these clips. Now they say once you remove these clips that you're supposed to replace them, but if they're still in good condition, I don't see the point in replacing something that's not broken. As if that saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So just going to pull these bad boys out. Now, one thing I will mention is that these can be very stuck, and they can, you know, after being in there for so long and the heat temperature and everything, they can be very, very stiff to get out. Now, luckily enough, I've had these in and out while I've been trying to fix this engine. So these just pull out nice and easy for me, but when you're doing it, just to be very, very careful, because they can break very easily. Okay, so we pull this return line back off. Now, this is the cam shaft sensor. Okay, now, if you're having problems with the hard start when it's warm, it can be a problem with your cam sensor as well. So a good idea is when the engine is warm is to take this out, disconnect, take it out, leave it outside to cool down, put it back into the engine and see if that makes a difference on the hard starting when it's warm. If it doesn't, then perform your leak off test. Okay, so we're going to disconnect this. What this will do is it won't allow the engine to start over, so I can do a proper leak off test on these 4 injectors. So I'm just going to get the stuff, get it set up and get it done. Now, there's a few different ways you can do this leak off test. What I've done here is I've got some 3mm pipe. I've just cut small lengths. Now, some people just put them directly in, crank over the engine, and whatever fills up in the pipe, they get a reading for that. A good injector should leak off nothing, if anything, very minute, very small. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I have these little containers, and I'm literally just going to tape this on and push this in, crank over the engine, and test the injectors for leak off. I'm pretty sure I've got a bad injector. Okay, so we're ready to go. So got it all set up. Containers to catch the diesel. Okay, now remember to remove the cam shaft sensor. I'm going to go in, crank her over for about 10 seconds and see what the results are. Just for reference, if you've got smoke coming from the exhaust like that, that's another indicator that you've got a leaky injector. So we're going to get the van up to optimal temperature and redo the leak off test and see what happens. Okay, we're all set up again. now that the engine is warm, this will give us a good indicator if we have a leaky injector. So you want to crank the engine for about 10 seconds and we'll see what the reading is. Wow, okay, there we go, injector number 2. Okay, that's your leak off test done. Okay, so now we know injector number 2 needs to be replaced. Simple test. Okay, it's worth mentioning that this test is done because I had a problem with hard starting. Once the van got up to temperature, so I would turn the key and it would not crank over, or sometimes it would crank over. So this is where I performed this leak off test, and as you can see on injector number 2, she's leaking, so it needs to be replaced, and that should solve the problem. Okay, I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions or anything like that, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. There is other work I've done on this fan, so if you want to get in touch with me, pick my brain, please do. Thanks for watching.